My name is Krishal Pudasaini and my university ID is 2154876 and I'm here to demonstrate you my banana game. So I'll be reflecting on various concepts, specifically software design principles, event-driven programming, interoperability, and virtual identity. Throughout this presentation, I will discuss the structure of my code, the choices I made, and the reasoning behind them while also considering alternative approaches. So let's dive into my app first. So this is my login page. So for the new user, they have to register their account simply by clicking this register button over here, and they need to im- fill this form. So let's fill this form with user, user, email with user@gmail.com, and password 0%. So let's register this account. So I'll be logging in with the same credential I just created earlier. So let's log in with the same user I just created. So this is the show password button, which will show the password which was in hashed before. So let's log in. So this is the home page, and this is the username of the logged in user, and this is the logout button, and here this game log shows the current history of the game. So let's try it. So let's give it a random number 0. So I have a live system, and as you can see, it says that in correct answer you have 2 lives left, so user will have 3 lives. And here attempt 1, it says lost points, I have gained 0 points. So let's try it again with the same thing. Let's try the incorrect one first. So this is my attempt third, and I have lost this game. So it shows the correct answer, which was 4, if I have lost 3 times. So it will give me a retry button. So if I retry, it will give me the new questions and the game logs will be reset. So let's try to get the correct answer now. So the correct answer might be 3 over here. So let's sum it. So when the correct answer is shown, it says the well done, you have answered correctly, and play again. And as you can see over here, I will gain 100 points with each correct answer. So if the question is really hard, like if the user cannot answer, they can simply skip with this skip button and the new question will be generated. So I could have definitely updated my code so that I could have display the game history of the user, but I did not focus on the feature, so rather than I focused on the 4 major themes that I was supposed to show. I could have also made heart instead of 2 lives left. Instead of this text message, I could have shown heart or 3 hearts, but that's basically the design part, so I just skipped it. So let's log out for now. Now I'm going to explain the software architecture used in my project. The React front-end utilizes the component-based architecture, as each and every interfaces are managed in each components, and each hooks are defined for communicating and sending API requests to backends. While my backend uses MVT structure with all the tables required are defined in the models and API logics to view. So talking about OOP concept, I'm going to show the encapsulation. In this code, encapsulation is implemented through user custom hook. The internal state variable like is loading, error, data are private to the hook. External components cannot modify these values directly. Instead, they have to rely on user methods and return object to interact with the state. So, as for the abstraction, this demonstrate the authentication process by exposing only login and logout methods. Users of this hook do not need to know how the token is stored or removed in the background. So, as for the inheritance, so as for the inheritance, I have created this serializer over here which has been used in my use, which will manage and handle the API for the secure purposes. So now let's talk about event driven programming in my application. I use event handlers extensively, particularly in the login and registration forms. For instance, in this page, when a user enters data into form field or clicks the submit button, event handlers are triggered. Similarly, in this handle submit button, when the user submits the form, the handle submit function is called, which in turn calls the register user function from a custom hook to handle the register logic. This can be the example of polymorphism as it checks if the provided credential of the user is correct or not. If not, then it shows the error message. If yes, then it navigates them to home page. So moving on to the interoperability, integrating third-party libraries or APIs is essential in my app. So I made a use of libraries like React Router DOM and Axios to handle HTTP requests. For instance, in the registration page, after the user successfully register, I use the navigate I use the navigate I use the navigate component from React Router DOM to redirect the user to the login page. Another key integration is the use of Axios to send data to the backend. The register user function within my custom hook use register user handles the HTTP request to register a user. Axios ensures that the registration data is properly sent to the backend and the response is handled efficiently. I could have written custom code for handling HTTP requests, but using Axios was more efficient and allowed me to follow best practices. Moreover, by integrating with the backend API built using Django REST framework, I ensured that the app's user authentication and registration logics are secure and scalable. Finally, let's discuss virtual identity and authentication mechanism. In my project, I implemented JWT based authentication. When a user registers through the form, their data is sent to the backend where it's validated and a JWT token is received upon registration. So, as you can see, when I log in using the same credential as before, I can see the access token which has been provided to me by JWT, which is JWT token. So when I log out of here, then the access token has been removed.